Is Wedaad Price, and I am a health coach and a registered pharmacist. And I am so excited today because I have my wonderful client, Elmarie, with us today, and she's going to share her health journey with us and how she was able to release almost 20 kilos in the time that we worked together. So I'm so excited to hear what she did to lose the weight, but to also improve her health. So welcome, Elmarie.
Thank you.
I'm so excited because you have a very interesting background. So I wonder if you could introduce yourself, like, just who you are, what you do, where you come from, and maybe what brought you to working with me in my Metabolic Reset program.
All right. My name is Elmarie Derksen. I am a working mother. The kids are almost grown up. The youngest are 18. I'm full-time clergy in a church in Cape Town, but I'm also author and musician and actually family person. So we have a wonderful full life, very busy. And what brought me to you, slowly but surely, my health declined over the last 10, 15 years. And I think COVID just gave us all the last little push in the wrong direction.
Mhm.
And added stress and bad habits. And I have to mention misinformation. There's so much information out there. You don't really know where to start and whom to trust. So it was actually my doctor, my GP recommended you. Well, he said I could read this 1,000-page book on metabolism because he knows that I'm a reader, or I could consider signing up for your program. So I thought signing up for your program was an easier out.
Then
um,
reading a sick book.
yeah, I don't think it was easy, but I think it was easier. I also learned a lot, like pure information from you.
Oh, so awesome. So your doctor actually recommended you see me
Yeah.
because your health was declining. Maybe you could tell us a
Mm,
little bit about what your life or health was like
yeah.
before, going to see the doctor and he recommending you to see or work with
Yeah.
a health coach.
Sham, he's such a wonderful, gentle person. And he's been gently asking and nudging me for the last few years, say 4 or 5 years, to take action on my health. Because I've been on blood pressure medication for more than 3 years, I think almost 4 years now. And he also had me on like permanent probiotics, because I was having almost serial infections, urine tract infections. And I think he was really worried about my blood sugar. I actually saw him today and he was in such a celebratory mood for me. And he said to me, no, he diagnosed me as pre-diabetic. And that's why he was really asking gently to do something about this. Apart from that, I was in perimenopause for the last few years. I've never had anxiety, and I suddenly experienced mental health challenges. Um, I didn't, had no energy. You should exercise, but you just can't. If I look back now and I see how my skin looked just 6 months ago, 4 months ago, before I was actually, I don't think, a good advertisement for good health. And for me, it was more about how I felt. I know that it's also important to look professional and good, but I was never so worried about that. I really just couldn't function anymore. I had no energy to do what I had to do.
Oh no. So yeah, so quite a lot going on. Like
Yeah.
yeah, pre-diabetes, high blood pressure, not feeling well, stress, and perimenopause, and that's a whole topic on its own when our hormones start to decline and all the things we go through as women in that time. So yeah, I'm sorry to hear you weren't feeling so great. And in that time you mentioned about 4 or 5 years now that you were leading up to the point where you saw your doctor. Did you try anything in the past to sort of improve your health?
Yeah. Look, specifically about weight, weight has always been a challenge for me. So throughout my life, since I was a child, I had to intervene in various stages. And the last time, about 10 years ago, I started jogging, and I actually enjoyed that very much. So exercise was a good answer at that time. Um, but COVID stopped a lot of that. And then after with the perimenopause, I just couldn't get myself up. I didn't have the energy. And I realize now, after learning such a lot, that it starts with with what I eat. You can't exercise yourself healthy. Well, that's my conclusion after going through the program. And I just wasn't educated enough to know where to start and how to help myself. I would cut out. I never had a lot of sugar, but I had a lot of gluten, and it turned out that I'm really intolerant to gluten. It's really bad for me, uh, and but bread and grains and all kinds of stuff just added
Mhm.
obviously to the picture. So you I would cut out one thing for a week and then find it's not working, it's not helping. Then I try to exercise a bit more. And then we'd don't go out with friends, don't eat out, and don't have a drink. But everything only lasted for 1 to 4 weeks. And then I was just back in the old cycle.
I hear you, and it's
Depressing,
so
but
so
yeah,
difficult to kind of just get into a habit where healthy habits become a lifestyle. And
absolutely.
I hear from so many clients, oh, I've tried so many things, but it only really lasts 1 or 2 weeks and then it falls. So what do you think was the difference that made you push through and go beyond 2 weeks?
I think number one is the specialized attention. I really appreciated your calm presence and your non-judgmental way of teaching. Um, then what helped me a lot was the app that we use. I've never logged what I eat and drink. So I find that I've been lying to myself for a long time about what I really take in or what I took in. Not anymore. So I still enjoy food logging a
Mhm.
lot. What helped me improve and stick to it was there was good results from early on. I could find hope in my heart. And I knew that it's a bigger picture. The program includes sleep and breathing. And one of the first things I discovered was that I was severely dehydrated. Just discovering that it was such an eye opener for me. So everything fit together like a puzzle.
Oh,
But I have
nice.
to say, the difference is really the personal attentions. I think that's what makes the biggest difference. I've been to weight loss groups and whatever, but I'm going to be honest now. I've always experienced that as kind of shaming. I don't know if I'm just overly sensitive. It wasn't easy for me. So the fact that there was one-on-one conversations was worth every cent.
Oh, that's so awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And I like that you mentioned that support and that guidance because I find that the missing link when people go on a health journey. Yes, like you say, you can read a book and you can find all the information on the internet but it can still be overwhelming. And that support is what maybe helps you go past that. Hopefully, I gave you enough support and guidance to push you past this the initial 2 weeks. And I think working with a health coach really helps for that sort of accountability part. So thank you for bringing that up. So I guess that's a little bit about on you answered a little bit about my next question, which was going to be what did you find different about my approach, maybe compared to something else that you tried in the past?
Nothing was prohibited from the very beginning. It was like a process of discovering, and of course, you gave a lot of information, and the moment you understand what's going on physiologically with your body and with specific types of food, you make your own choices about what you eat and what not. I really found the balance in the even in the reset program. The balance of the food was quite good because I've been on such restrictive programs, and then I never got bored. Um, and yeah, it was I found, there was results from the very beginning. There were results, and I felt that I could stick to it. As an example is like fruit are allowed. I've been on programs where no fruit are allowed. And I find that that was so satisfying to me. You know,
So
it
lovely,
felt like
lovely.
your indulgence. That's
And
just
you
an example.
didn't feel restricted in any way when
No,
it comes to food. Good,
no.
because a lot of people think dieting or losing weight or getting healthy is going to be feel very restrictive. So I'm glad you
Oh,
didn't, because that's
oh,
not the point. It's about healing your
yeah.
body, right, from the inside out and helping your body to heal itself, right? So,
I also think
so thank.
maybe that's what was different because I understood for the first time how the body heals itself. Previous times they just tell you don't have this and don't have that, but you don't understand why.
Well, right. Yeah. So that's what I try to do as well, just to help you understand how the body works.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess now for the exciting part, I'd love to know some of your results. Can you maybe share with my community and whoever's listening, what did you achieve through going through the Metabolic Reset Program?
Hope that I can remember everything we done. Well, within 2 weeks, we haven't even started the reset program. My blood pressure stabilized. So while we were still busy with the program, I had to leave my high blood pressure medication behind me, and it's still today perfect, 120 over 80 today. And I
Oh,
mean, I'm not on target weight. Yay! My doctor said I was pre-diabetic. I'm not anymore. And that was such a wonderful experience for me to get to learn how it feels when your insulin spikes and drops. I never understood that. I couldn't correlate the information that you read to what your body feels. And so after that, I started feeling so much better, much more energy. Um, Actually, I think my husband's finding it hard to rein me in now. I think I'm coping with everything and even being creative and doing extra stuff, experimenting with recipes. Okay, I've lost the weight. Well, not everything, but the target that we set for the reset program was I think 12 kilograms, and it's quite a few more than that. I believe it's closer to 19 at this stage. And did I mention my skin cleared up? I thought that was such the silly thing that you said in the beginning. No, your skin's going to be much better. um, Everybody is commenting on. I think it's on my skin and the way my skin looks.
Oh, wow,
Um,
that's
yeah.
an added
I
bonus, right? Not something we
bonus,
expected.
added bonus. And I also sleep much better and I handle stress much better. So much so that I'm leaving stress medication behind, and haven't had cold or flu since we've started. I haven't had urinary tract infection since we started. And I was used to that. I was used to living with those things all the time. So I'm very thankful.
And that's amazing. Almost 20 kilograms. I think in the 10 weeks that we worked together, it was closer to 12, 13 kilos.
Yeah.
And then even beyond the program, you carried on and you're
Yeah.
still losing weight. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So, it didn't stop there. Even so basically you had the tools to continue on your own and still lose some more weight on your own. So I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
No more blood pressure medications. You're not pre-diabetic anymore. You also had asthma. I know, like, how is that going for you?
Yeah, I had to use it. Well, that's the genetic illness in my family, and I've had to use a variation of pumps throughout life. The latest, about three of them. And this morning we decided together, me and the doctor, that I would only keep one, which is a high quality combination to be used once a day. And I don't feel the need to use asthma medication anymore. I haven't had um, an attack or that feeling since I've started eating better. So
And
I actually
um,
think that's much more to do with the food as well as
okay,
the
awesome.
family
So,
history. Yeah.
and so it was kind of like a journey of discovery of what your body likes and what your body doesn't really like. So, thank you for sharing. That's amazing, amazing results. I hope that inspires someone else to take action if they're not feeling, 100%. What was the best part of working together, or what surprised you the most about, your results and working together in the Metabolic Reset Program?
I found it comfortable because it wasn't co coercing. And that was surprising to me. I know that I've already mentioned that, but I found that the wisdom space that we worked in were very calm and accepting, and also accepting of the process. Not just accepting of the person, but also the process. So I really learned it felt more like you said, a journey of discovery. It's like traveling a path of wisdom and discovering thingies. One thing that I rediscovered is my joy of dancing. So I used to be a dancer when I was young. Even though I'm still in performing arts, I don't dance anymore. But just just a rebound trampoline in the home, and the module about joyful movement really opened up something inside me, because I realized I've been moving just out of responsibility for the last 10 years. And the whole idea, my body wants to be joyful when I'm moving. So it was quite a discovery for me to just start enjoying all movement again. Even when I'm walking down the street, or when I'm playing with the dogs or the kids at church, or whatever I'm doing, I can feel that my body wants to move. It's not a punishment. And I
Yes.
think that the diet culture mindset makes movement a punishment, which is sad.
Which is very sad. I know it's like, you know, people want to start becoming healthy. Oh, I gotta go get to the gym and work out an intense workout for an hour every day. And, it doesn't have to be that way. I'm so happy you brought that up about joyful movement. And
Yeah.
now you're moving because you want to. And like you said, you didn't have the energy to even move and exercise. And now you have the energy. I know when we started talking about energy, which is quite a big deal for a lot of people, you mentioned that your energy level was maybe at a 4 out of 10. when we started, where would you say on a scale of 1 to 10 is your energy these days?
Oh, definitely on a 9 or a 10. I've just been through hectic 3 weeks of work and performances at night and whatever, and my energy was still a healthy 8 or 9. I was
Wow.
coping, I was sleeping, and I was enjoying everything I do. So I think now that it's going to start to be more quiet in my life, I'm going to have to find something to do with the energy because I have to sit down and write now. I have to be doing some editing. So there will be much more joyful movement as well because I have a lot of energy now. And
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
I remember feeling that way when I was young and younger. It's a wonderful feeling to have that back.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So, would you recommend someone work with me? If they're sitting on the fence and kind of not sure about making a change to improve their health, would you recommend them to work with me and why?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Well, if some people are sitting on the fence, I would say all you need is a little bit of headspace. You don't need to think too far ahead. Just have a little bit of headspace for one day at a time and one session at a time, because it's a journey and it goes step by step. And we are all quite capable of handling it when it's in bite-sized chunks. Um, there is a little bit of work. I think there were 4 days when I found it hard, when I really, really, really needed your support. And then after that, the guidance was like worth everything. So if someone's considering money, I would say it's worth every cent. I think it's there are much more expensive things out there that's maybe not going to help as much with feeling better and being healthy. So don't do the expensive things first, do this first. And I actually have recommended you to quite a few of my friends. um,
Thank you.
and I will keep on doing that. Yeah, definitely. It was a wonderful
Awesome.
experience.
Thank you. Thank you so much. For sharing your journey. I'm so, so happy for you that you have abundance of energy and feeling better, lost the weight. Your clothing, and we didn't even mention that, how your body shrank in size as well. So
Yeah. Um, if I mention the one shop that we usually buy clothing from, my husband about a week ago, he got on his bike and he came back we were shifting from extra large to medium. He went to
wow.
buy me light clothes and underwear because he's like, he can't handle it anymore. Yeah, so new
So
clothes.
you
And
needed a
I
new
did
wardrobe.
that leather jacket, Wedaad. I will send you a picture.
Did you fit into it?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my word, that was your
yeah.
goal to like fit
That was
into this jacket.
that was my dream. Yes.
That's amazing. Elmarie, thank you so much for sharing your journey to my community and whoever is listening. You're definitely an inspiration. And I'm sure you'll inspire your community as well with your love for music and the church and everything that you do. So thank you for sharing. And to whoever's listening, if you have any questions for Amelie, post it in the comments. If you have any questions for me, do reach out, post it in the comments, and yeah, let's start that conversation if you're thinking about improving your health, one step at a time, one bite size at a time. Thank you for listening and bye for now.